Yo guys, my name is Kees and this is Beyond Yourself, and today I want to talk about mental and physical health, or the body and the mind, or the spirit and your body. No, just kidding. Body and mind. And this is the thing this whole channel is about, because I believe that your mental health, physical health, that they are like strongly, that they are really strong connected. But you can also like, it's still possible you have really strong physical health, but like weak mental health, and also the other way around. So I want to talk about this and help you guys with understanding this and also understanding yourself a bit more. And I want to start with a private story, like how I came to this idea and this theory. And it started with me when I was like 15 or 16, and I started working out in a gym. I was insecure about like how I looked, and I thought like, yeah, I don't have enough muscle, so I'm not gonna get any girls. So that's just how I thought back then. And I started working out, and after like a few years, you see some progress, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm growing. I'm starting to gain a bit of muscle, and you start to your confidence is growing because of that. But it felt like really good to me because you get this dopamine rush, and I started chasing this dopamine rush the whole time. So I started working out more, eating more healthy, and just taking care really good of my body. But at some point, I had like I had a good physique. My body was like healthy and fit. Now I don't want to say healthy, because for me healthy now is like also you have good cardiovascular system. But back then I didn't have any like cardiovascular system. But my body was fit, but I always felt a bit like numb, and I always was feeling like something is missing, because it was just, how do I feel? It was just like, on the surface it all felt good, but I felt like something underneath all that stuff was like still, it was not, it was still something broken. Maybe this sounds like really dramatic, but it is like literally how it felt for me. And so I started like asking myself more the question like, why, what does feel broken to me, and where do I, it's like a noise on the background that's constantly saying like that you need to fix something. And I can say like nowadays I have that much less, and it turned out it was like my mental health was just I was just numbing a lot of thoughts, a lot of emotions, and therefore I thought I was healthy because I had like from the outside I looked really healthy, and I could like also now I say I wore a mask, but on the inside I felt like always I could not really be who I wanted to be. And yeah, so I started realizing that, and then I started getting more attention for mental health. I started researching it more, I started talking more to people, and yeah, then for me it really I really started to develop this whole mental health journey. So what I want to say is, I think getting your body fit first is always like a good option, because it made me realize that if you can create a fit body, you get like ownership of your life. And I always really felt it when I was like working out, and I felt like I have ownership. I can change something, I can make a change. So this also helped me with like the mental aspect, because I was like, if I can change my body, I can also change my mental health. Because if you have a feeling of like ownership and believe in yourself, I believe that you can come a really long way in life. And like working on your physical body helps with this belief and just believing in yourself, in my opinion. So this is how it started, and yeah, so but there was definitely a point that I would say I was a bit disconnected. So my body was separate from my inner world, and I really was connected to my body, and I knew like how to take care of it, but I didn't know how to take care of my inner world. So I think this is also happening right now a lot, with especially also social media, that you see like people have like these amazing physiques, and you are constantly thinking like, I'm a bit behind. Or maybe you don't think that, but you're constantly exposed to something better, bigger, faster, and it leaves a lot of people, I believe, like behind with that you are like not good enough where you are. And yeah, I feel like this is just not true. Like you can grow in life, but you should also always realize that the point where you are at right now is okay, and you should not judge yourself for being in a certain point. You can have like the ambition to move forward, of course, but you should not like so much comes from self-hate, in my opinion. And I'm saying this because I'm also felt this for myself, that you're like, you want to move forward, it's just because you don't like yourself at one point, so that's why you want to go to this next point. But if you're constantly like chasing this next point, you will never be happy with yourself. Yeah, I don't really know where I want to go with this video, but I just want to tell you that like your body is really easy to take care of, but also like taking care of your mental health and taking responsibility for certain feelings, certain thoughts, it's very hard, and it's also a big challenge, and we often neglect this in modern society. We we often neglect this, and that's also the reason why, in my opinion, so many mental illnesses are currently like growing, and suicide is growing, because we neglect this whole thing. And I feel like we prioritize the wrong things, so really things on the surface, and we need to be more aware of everything what's beneath the surface, and which makes us human, like human connection, authenticity, all those kind of things which are like beneath the surface, we should address and talk more openly with each other. And I hope through this channel to to create an environment where that's possible, and to grow together. So that was it, and see you in the next video. Ciao.